Hi everybody, I'd like to give you a little introduction to me and to the course EDCI 5319. This is my first time teaching this course in a few years. I filled in for Dr. Coronado a few years ago. The course had a different textbook and a different syllabus, and so I'll be reading the book along with you as we go along. This is not new material for me, but the organization and what's in each chapter is a little bit new, or it's in a different format than I'm used to. So I'll try to keep ahead of you at least 1 week for the videos. I'll be a little behind on the first video that I'm going to make for the first chapter, just because I don't really have the book yet. I have the e-book, but not the regular textbook, and so the first assignment from the textbook is not due until about a week from now. So I'll have that ready by this weekend, so you will for sure be able to look at my video and get a few tips on how to approach the assignment by then. Hopefully I'll have it by Thursday, but in the worst case scenario, it'll be Thursday. It'll be Saturday. I don't live in Laredo. I live in Arvada, Colorado. You can look it up on Wikipedia or the internet to find out what our weather is like, what it looks like around here. It's a nice town outside of Denver in the suburbs. And I enjoy going out every day, walking, sometimes with my wife, in local parks, on trails and parks. There's a creek nearby and a path along the creek. A lot of green areas here. Beautiful place. I worked in Laredo for more than 18 years, and I'm starting my 20th year right now, and I'm an adjunct professor after retiring back in January. So I'm teaching 2 courses this semester. One I've taught before, and this one here, which I learned about less than 2 weeks ago. It was about a week ago. Things you need to know. First, my office hours are Monday to Thursday, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. Laredo time, and you can call me anytime. 7 days a week, all day, morning, afternoon, evening. If I'm in bed already, leave a voice message and I'll call you back sometime the next morning. Tell me when you want me to call you back. Send me an email, and I answer emails all the way up until 10 o'clock Laredo time, and anything that comes in after that I will respond to the next morning. Also, you can send me assignments ahead of time for me to look at, preview, give you feedback on. So and then we can also talk about assignments over the phone anytime. I'm not restricted to office hours, but I will try to be at home and available to you during office hours. But as mobile as we are, it might be a phone call, which might be the most effective. Email. I'm using the TAMU email. I'm not using Blackboard email. Blackboard email does not give me notification when you've sent me an email, and I might not check it every day, and it's kind of tedious to be checking it constantly. I can get TAMU email on my phone wherever I am, and if I'm driving in my car, it'll actually read your email to me in the car that we bought. We bought a car for driving up in the mountains and driving in the snow, and it happens to have the feature that it'll read my emails off of my phone, actually read them to me. So that's a nice little thing to have as we are starting the semester. And I'll call you back. I love talking to you on the phone and explaining these things to you. The textbook, here's the textbook. I have the e-edition for now. They're sending me in the mail the textbook, the hard copy. Make sure you have that. That is available as an e-edition, which I believe is less expensive than the paper edition, especially if they've run out of them in the bookstore, as they usually do. Okay, late missing assignments. You will get no credit for late assignments unless I tell you how much they are. Now, there's an error I found in the syllabus already. The weekly discussion says 500 points. No, there's more than 500 points. Actually, what you need to look at there, I need to revise that already. Look down here, and it will tell you how many points each assignment is. There are weekly discussions that are 30 points each, and it'll total 540 points by the time we're done. And so withdrawal date is November 10th. And just know that you need to get your assignments in on time. The very first assignments, I'll talk about those in a minute. Withdrawal date, you have to get an A or B in this course. And they're not easy to get an A and a B in my course. An A is difficult. You have to work really hard. You have to be almost perfect from the beginning in everything you do for me. Nothing wrong with a B for the course. Try not to get a C or an F. If you find yourself doing poorly on an assignment for one reason or another, please contact me. Don't be shy. I'm not that hard to talk to. I want to help you and not give you extra special treatment, but I'll give you the same treatment I give everyone else by helping you to be able to do your assignments correctly. And part of that is you sending them in ahead of time to me if you can, if it's at all possible. Some students were too busy in the summer to do that with me, and so they got C's for the course, or they had to withdraw from the course. So make sure you get the help that you need to do well in the course, an A or a B. Nothing wrong with a B, but of course we like an A even better. Okay, there's the list of assignments and the dates that they're due. The first day of class is Tuesday. Of course, that's today. Hopefully you're watching this. And Thursday, we got a couple days to get the first assignments done. The personal introduction, the meet and greet, discussion forum. You talk about yourself, where you work, grade level, school, a little about maybe something what your undergraduate major might have been. A little bit more about yourself that you'd like to share with your classmates so they get to know you better and I know you a little bit better. And then there's a syllabus and policies acknowledgement that is due as well. And it's a real easy exam. You click yes to both of them after you've read the syllabus. I'm talking about it a little bit here, but I'm skipping sections, so you need to read those yourself. Then it's not until Monday of next week that you're responsible for Chapter 1. There'll be a Chapter 1 post that you will post, and there's instructions and a rubric for that I'll explain in a little video. There's the peer response that is due on Tuesday. The next day, you don't need a whole bunch of time to read what your classmates wrote, and then you answer them. Wednesday, a second question from the chapter is due, and then the peer response on Thursday. Then we go to Chapter 2 and 3 the next week, Chapters 4 and 5 the next week, and Chapter 6 and 7 a little bit later. But we'll talk about those later as we go along. But expect to do something probably 4 days a week on average. So you're just going to have to keep up, read the syllabus every morning when you get up, and at night before you go to bed, just to, you know that you're not missing anything. Okay, academic integrity, read all these parts of the syllabus, and just know that to get credit for an assignment, it has to be turned in on time. That's before midnight on the day that it is due. A little bit more about myself. We live in Colorado because that's where the grandchildren live. I have two hobbies. My biggest hobby is keeping in shape and staying healthy, and so I try to walk maybe 10 hours, I mean not 10 hours, 10 miles a day or so, anywhere between 5 and 10 miles, and maybe sometimes much longer. And I do geocaching as a hobby. You can look that up online as to what geocaching is. It's sort of like a treasure hunt type of thing, but it's not quite. And then something related to that just is very popular now is Pokemon Go. I play that with my grandson, and I play it by myself. My daughter got me started with that. She thought that it would be a nice thing for me and my number 2 grandson to do together, and that I should upload it on my phone for him. And we did that, and I helped him get to a high level. And then after a while, I said, well, it'd be nice if we were both doing it, and we were both at high levels. We would have more advantage playing the game against other people. So I'm doing it on my own as well, and I've gotten up to his level, and a little bit beyond. And so I do Pokemon Go. It's the craze all over the place, and it's going to keep me in shape doing all that walking, because walking is a very important part of it. You don't just sit at home and do a video game. Well, enough of that. I grew up in Southern California and moved to Laredo in 1997. In between those times, we lived 17 years in the Amazon region of Peru, working for a mission organization. And so quite comfortable with the Laredo culture and with the Spanish language, but you will need to do everything in English for this class, and I grade hard on grammar because this is a graduate class. And if I were teaching a graduate class in Spanish, of course I would expect great academic Spanish. So, but this is academic English that we're dealing with here. Now, after that little personal break, let's go to the start of the week. When you get into your course, you'll see a menu something like this, not quite exactly because the professors have a different layout than you do, but go to the content area, and then the content area see the week of August 22nd. Of course, I've uploaded this video here, and the acknowledgement of the syllabus assignment is here, the College of Education policies, and the meet and greet forum. And for the meet and greet forum, you're going to open that. You won't see anything. You have to create a thread. And so that's where the thread is. And then you're going to go ahead and, put your name and about me or something or other, and then write what you're going to write. And then you're going to respond to 3 of your classmates. Normally, for other assignments, you'll respond to 1 of your classmates, but for this one, to 3 of them, to make sure. You should read most of them, and you don't have to limit yourself to 3. There are a lot of students starting out this semester, maybe as many as 15 or more. I hope we keep everyone, but try to get them to know them as well as you can during that brief introduction. Okay, if you have any questions, please give me a call or write me a note through the TAMU email.